What's up? It's time to talk about a creature feature for once. This one's called The Retreat. It was released November 10th, 2020, and it's directed by Bruce Wempel, who also directed Monstrous, which came out the same year. Yeah, he's also done other films like Lake Artifact, Altered Hours, and Dawn of the Beast, to name a few. The Retreat is an interesting film, but this is definitely one you need to think about things while you're watching it. So if you want to turn your brain off, watch a whole pile of monsters kill people and stuff like that, this is definitely not the one for you. This film has a brother, like two brothers go on a hiking trip through the forest. On one of the brothers getting married, so this is like his bachelor party, I guess you could say, where they wanted to do it, and it's like the only time they could do it. And then they come across this cabin sort of thing, house in the woods, where they spend the night. But they get told about the Wendigo, which is an um, interesting spirit type creature lurking in the forest, and it's actually more Native American type creatures. To like they see them a lot in the north, here in the north and stuff like that. It's more of that, and they learn some of the history so of that while sitting at the table. And then they go out on their hike, and then things start going weird, and it gets very confusing. The plot. This film basically goes. It plays tricks on you, so you're not sure if you're actually watching creatures coming lurking and stalking them, or if it's all in their head, and it rides that fine line between them, where it's going to be like, um, it, it won't tell you exactly if it's creatures there or if it's in their head. It does play a lot on the cliches as of, oh, it was a dream, or they think they see something but it might not be there. They have a lot of like good jump scares in this if you're into that. There's a lot of cheesy ones, but like that, and the creatures are pretty cool looking when they reveal it. But just the way they make it a mind game, I actually kind of enjoyed it. It was a little bit complicated to follow, but overall, it was still a fun little tricky film to watch. I wasn't expecting that for an indie film. To sit through and watch most it being like a mental game with you on how you perceive it is actually a pretty well outstanding shot. The cinematography and camera work in this is really well done too. The dialogue is pretty minimal, and there is a few like dropping characters I'd say they are but it's nothing substantial. So the acting is good for what it is, but it's still a little bit like you could have used a little bit of exposition in some scenes and stuff like that, I thought. But overall, it's still an interesting piece of a creature feature psychological horror film. So if you're into that, though, you'll definitely really enjoy this one. But like I said, if you're into like just like watching the Sci-Fi Channel monster movies that just kill people, it's not for you. So yeah. But yeah, it did drag a bit though, and it is very repetitive almost for certain things, and it wasn't that. I almost lost focus and stuff through some of it because it was just so repetitive, and once you see the same cliches over and over again, it gets pretty dull. So yeah, it had an interesting build up, but it kind of dissipated a bit and kind of took me out of it a bit. So yeah, The Retreat is, I'm gonna give this one a 2.5. It's either way for you. Each person's gonna be completely different on how they see this. So for me, it's middle of the road. It was okay, but it's not like fantastic. It's not like Banana Splits movie where I just enjoyed every second of it. It was interesting. I like the mind game aspect of it and like the way they make you think of it, but overall, it was just an okay, basic, almost story with a little bit of creatures thrown in there, which looked pretty interesting in the music. So, yeah, it is on Shudder though. If you want to check it out, you can find it on there. This isn't sponsored by them. I just thought I should point that out. Also, look down below because there's a trailer link down there if it sounds like something you might be interested in. Yeah, there's a trailer link down below. Also, my Instagram's always linked down below there too, where I always put those clips of films I'm going to review in the future, all my stories. So make sure you follow me there to stay in the loop I usually put the film title and a hashtag and the subgenre and sub-subgenres sometimes of the films in the film clip as well. So yeah, make sure you follow me on Instagram to stay in the loop. Like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below. And also let me know what your favorite creature feature is. I'm always looking for something good. Those are my absolute favorite type of films to watch. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Also, if you have any suggestions of films for me to check out and review in the future that you want to hear my opinions on, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. So yeah. So be careful when you go out and stay in a random cabin. There might be some spirit Wendigo thing out there. Who knows? Especially up here in the north in Canada, they are known to be around. So yeah, I guess I'll just leave you with that. And this was a nice short one for once. Who knows what I'm going to talk about next? So just stay tuned and make sure you subscribe. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. So cheers.